2,000 years ago, the most powerful man in the world woke up every morning and wrote to himself. Not to be published, not to be praised, just to remind himself how to live. His name was Marcus Aurelius, and his rules changed my life in 21 days. Before we get into the experiment, you need to understand who this man was. Marcus Aurelius was Roman emperor from 161 to 180 AD. He commanded armies. He governed millions. He held more power than almost any human being in history. And yet, he spent his entire life fighting his own ego, questioning his own impulses, trying to be better than his position required him to be. He wrote a private journal, never meant for anyone else's eyes, that we now call Meditations. It is one of the most honest documents ever written by a powerful person. No performance, no politics, just a man holding himself accountable. I read it, and then I decided to live it. I pulled 5 core rules from Meditations and committed to living them for 21 days. Here they are. Rule 1. Wake up with purpose. Marcus wrote, "At dawn when you rise, tell yourself, I am going to meet interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness." He didn't wake up expecting a perfect day. He woke up prepared for a real one. Rule 2. Focus only on what you control. The Stoic foundation. Marcus obsessively separated what was inside his control from what wasn't, and refused to spend energy on the latter. Opinion, reaction, effort, these are yours. Everything else is noise. Rule 3. Do the hard thing first. Marcus believed in voluntary discomfort, doing the difficult thing before you had a reason to avoid it, training the will before it needed to be tested. Rule 4. Memento mori. Remember, you will die. Every single day, Marcus reminded himself of his own mortality, not morbidly, but as a tool, to stop wasting time, to stop postponing, to make today count. Rule 5. Serve others before yourself. Marcus believed the purpose of a human being was to be useful, not happy, not successful, useful. Every day he asked himself, have I been of service to someone today? So how did it actually go? The first week was about building the habits, waking up earlier, writing in a journal every morning exactly as Marcus did, saying no to distractions that weren't in my control. It felt forced at first, mechanical, like I was performing Stoicism rather than living it. But Marcus had a line for that too. You don't need to feel motivated to act. You act first. The feeling follows. By day 5, something shifted. I stopped checking my phone first thing in the morning. I started asking before every decision, is this in my control? The question alone changed how I moved through the day. Week 2 is where it got real. I had a situation at work that made me furious. Someone took credit for something I did. And for the first time in my life, instead of reacting, I paused. I asked myself what Marcus would ask. Is their opinion of you in your control? No. Is your response in your control? Yes. I said nothing. I focused on my own work. And by the end of the week, the truth had surfaced on its own. Marcus was right. Again. The memento mori practice hit me hardest in this week. Every morning, writing the words, I will die. It sounds dark, but it made every hour feel heavier with meaning. I stopped wasting evenings. I called my father. I finished things I had been putting off for months. By the final week, I wasn't following rules anymore. The rules had become questions I asked automatically. Am I controlling what I can control? Am I doing the hard thing? Am I being useful to someone today? The anger I used to carry? Smaller. The anxiety about things outside my control? Quieter. Not gone, but quieter. On day 21, I read the same passage I had read on day 1. It hit completely differently. Not because the words changed, because I had. Marcus Aurelius ruled the most powerful empire in human history, and his biggest battle every single day was with himself. That's the lesson. It was never about the empire. It was never about the throne. It was about the 5 minutes after you wake up, the moment someone disrespects you, the choice between the easy thing and the right thing, the gap between who you are and who you could be. That's where Stoicism lives, and Marcus spent his entire life trying to close it. 21 days won't make you Marcus Aurelius, but they might make you ask better questions, and sometimes that's enough. 2,000 years later, the man is gone, the empire is dust, but the journal survived. Maybe that tells you something about what actually lasts.